Welcome to the Mediabox. Paul Pisco, rapporteur on saving the lives of migrants at sea and protecting their human rights. The context of your report, of course, is the Adriana shipwreck, for example, but also numerous other incidents where migrants and refugees have lost their lives in the Mediterranean. You identify several factors that are making a bad situation worse, that are leading to more lives being lost. Tell us about them.
In spite of these subjects already recurrent here in the Council of Europe, there's so many reports, and these situations for quite a long time already exist, for I would say more than 2 decades. The question is that in spite of all the changes that have been, security changements and legal changements, the truth is that the migrations don't stop. And the situation becomes, every time it seems a bit worse, because the shipwrecks still happen, and it seems that now we just don't see them. And that is really a problem. So one of the aims of my report is that if we apply the international law, and very especially the international maritime law, many of lives could be saved. And if there are other attitudes towards the government and even from the European Union in order to have a better cooperation among everyone, so many lives could be saved also. I mean, not only with the Coast Guards, not only with the solidarity among member states, but also something that is very important is that the NGOs that are specialized in search and rescue, that they could play their role also in saving lives, because they have already given so many proofs that they can do it very effectively, that we should put them on board in order to have that cooperation for saving lives at sea, and after all the process of respecting the human lives of those that are disembarking in inland. So these are some of the main proposals. Also, to remind people that these tragedies keep on happening nearly every day, because nearly every day there are still boats arriving to many countries of the European Union. And many days, nearly every day, there are also shipwrecks. Sometimes we don't give the importance because it's only 5 or 10 or 2 persons, but when one life is missing, we have the responsibility of acting. So this report has the aim of to create this consciousness, to let people, the institutions, political parties, to act in order to save lives. That is the most important. This is the most important message of my report.
On their way to Europe, of course, many of these migrants have come through places like Libya, Tunisia. What do you want to see happen as regards that side of the equation?
That is a very important question, because in the last years, there were a lot of agreements made by European Union and also for some member states with countries like Libya or Tunisia. And everyone knows, because there's a lot of reports on the respect for human rights towards migrants in those countries, and is really dramatic that what is described that happens there, because you have all kinds of human rights violations, which is not acceptable when you have the European funding or European member states agreements and cooperation with those countries. And you have all the kind of horrors, the torture, sexual violence, imprisonment and slavery, and is not acceptable. So one of the objects, one of the aims also of the report is also to put in question those agreements, those cooperation, because the European Union cannot put their values for sale. And if they want to have agreements with those countries, they have to respect the human rights fully. And their actions must be fully monitored, because it's not acceptable what is happening, and everyone knows it. And we just can't close their eyes on that.
Paul Pisco, thank you.
Thank you so much.